All right, like I said, price action actually tells a story. It tells us the story of the chart. So as a trader, you want to understand what that story is, what the story of the chart is. That is exactly what you actually want to understand. What is the story of this chart? What is this chart telling me? You want to look at the chart and say, what is the chart telling me? For example, if we look at the weekly chart, let me go to Euro USD. Let me go to another chart because of stuff I wrote there. So it makes my life a little bit easy. You actually want to say, what is this chart telling me? What is this chart? What is it telling me? Let's look at Euro USD. So what is it telling me? This chart, what is it telling me? So basically what you want to do, you want to build a story around the chart. And the fastest way to do that is to look at, we're going to be looking at, I'm going to be removing all these drawings, all right? So that we can see clearly. This is a chart. So when you look at the chart, this is actually what you'll be saying, right? I was asking some people last week, I say, what does this chart tells you? They say it looks like Arabic. I said, because if you don't understand a chart, it will actually look like an Arabic, because you will not understand. You'll be wondering, what is the chart doing? Somebody said, Alabi said he can't see my chart. Please, if you can see my chart, please, so let me know. Let me know so that I know I'm carrying everybody along. This one, that somebody say they can't see my chart. Okay. All right, you can. Alabi, please look at it must be your device. So, we are trying to build a story. For example, if you walk into a room and you meet your friends, let's say you met a couple of friends, they are watching a movie. If you do, and you didn't start with them from the beginning, you will be a little bit confused. If you agree with me, right? You'll be a little bit confused because you don't know you don't know what is happening. The same thing with the chart. You actually want to understand the story of this chart before you start clicking buy and sell. You want to look at the chart and say, what is this chart telling me? The truth is, trading is one of the trading can be very difficult because a lot of people don't understand the story of a chart. I used to find it very difficult until I understood this concept that the chart always tells us a story, and your ability to understand the alpha and the omega of the story will help you to trade successfully. For example, like that example I use, if you enter into a room, your friends are watching a movie. If you did not start from the beginning, you will not understand the movie. The same thing with charts, the same thing with trading. If we don't understand what is happening from the beginning, you will never understand what is going on. For example, if you look at this chart, you will notice that what we have is that price is doing what? Price is bearish. That what? Price is what? Is going down. That what we can see is that so if you will do well to be doing what? To be selling. So you will notice that what we have is that we have a drop from here. This happened in 2008 because I'm actually on the monthly time frame. All right. And you will do well to be looking for opportunity to be selling on Euro USD, let's say from 2008 to around even till now. Euro USD has been overly bearish, as you can see. So that is a story of Euro USD. So moving forward, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be looking at price action in depth, and I'm going to be showing you how to build the story. You need to build a story, just like an artist. If you ever seen an artist that is in any profession, whether an actor that is trying to write a movie, a producer, sorry, that is trying to write a movie script, what he's trying to do is to start from the beginning, right? You start the movie from the beginning, and it will build that story gradually till the end, so that at the end of the movie, you'll be able to say, okay, this is the villain, Abby. Is that not what they used to call it? This is the villain, and this is the victor, or you say this is the main character, right? So you'll be able to watch that movie from the beginning to the end. So the producer is trying to portray or to tell you a story, right? The same thing with trading. In every market, whether it's crypto, whether it's forex, whether it's whether it's crypto, whether it's stocks, every market is trying to tell you a story. So and then as a trader, your ability is to understand that story. Once you understand that story, you will now be able to build on that story, just like an artist. Just like an artist that is drawing that is putting together a painting. Also, we can also use that as an example. That is painting on the canvas. When you see him painting, you are trying to, if you walk in, you will not understand what he's doing until he's done. When he's done with the painting and he puts it up, you now say, okay. And there are even some painting that you not even understand until the guy that that put together that painting will now be able to tell you, see, this is what I'm trying to achieve. This is what this painting that I put on this canvas, this is what it's telling you. See, what I'm teaching you today is a foundation for trading. It's something that I wish I knew when I started trading. So if you are new here, if you are just getting started with trading, I want to say congratulations. What you have done is you have saved, you have compressed a number of years to a number of years of learning to I'm looking for the right word, a number of years of learning to short period. That's what you are doing right now. Okay, that's what you are actually doing right now. So having said that, going forward, like I said, we'll be having an assignment after this class that you will show me a story of each pair. We are going to come to that. So moving forward, how do you build a story on a chart? So that's what we're doing right now. I don't want this class to be too long. How do you build a story on a chart? Let me clean this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to actually come to the higher time frame on the chart, because that is where you can build a story properly of price action. Some people call it top-down analysis, like Dapo Willis will say it's top-down analysis. Others will say building a story. I love to use both of them, top-down analysis or building a story of a chart, so that you can follow each movement, of the price and understand what that price is doing. For example, we are going to be looking at the chart. This we are on the monthly time frame on Euro USD, like I mentioned earlier. And what that means is that each candlestick that you see, this is a candlestick. Each candlestick that you are seeing on the screen represents 1 month. Try to do is to capture the story of this chart. Is to capture that story and say, okay, this is what this chart is doing. And because of this story that I've followed, this is what I expect to happen. Right? That is why you see some of us, in the Telegram, in my Telegram group, in the crypto group and all that, when we post charts, when I post chart or some other people, and they tell you, we are support, we are at resistance. So people will be wondering what is happening. And some people will say Bitcoin should do 70,000. You'll be wondering, well, how did this guy know Bitcoin will do 70,000? Bitcoin is at 20,000. How did he arrive that Bitcoin should do 70,000? Or you say gold is going to 2,100, like gold has hit 2,100. I remember I posted it on Sunday, on the WhatsApp group and on the Telegram group. So you'll be wondering, how did they know? The reason is because we are following the story of the chart, which is known as price action. We are actually following price action, and so we can predict what price will do in the future. So having said that, Another example I like to use, I actually want this I want this to be very clear. Another example I like to use is the example of a medical doctor. When you go to see a medical doctor, the first question they ask you, if you say I'm having fever, or if you say my body is hot, the medical doctor will say, how are you feeling? The first question they will ask you, how are you feeling? Do you have headache? You say yes. They will write it down in their note. The guy will say, is your body hot? You will say yes. He will put it down in his note. If you say, the guy will say, are you feeling weak? You say yes. You put it down in his note. So before he asks you to go and do a test, he's already building a story around your symptoms. Some doctor will not even ask you to go and do a test. After they've asked you questions verbally and you have answered, what they will now do is that they will now recommend a drug for you. They will now say, okay, go and buy this drug. How did they come to that point where they say, go and buy this drug? Please, if you're a medical doctor in the house, you can just drop a message. I don't know if Dr. Shola is there, so that I will know if I'm saying the truth. Let me know. Just drop a message if you're a medical doctor or you are in the medical field, you know. So every time you go to see a medical doctor, what they are doing is that they are building a story based on your symptoms. And because of that, they can now tell you, go and use these drugs. And they will say, if you use these drugs and you don't see any difference, they come back. Maybe we'll now run the test, right? Okay, thank you, Chantel, King Chant. Okay, so the same thing with chart. You want to look at the symptoms and say this is what this chart is likely to do. And I'm not saying that after this class that you understand everything. What I'm saying is this, what I'm doing is to build a foundation so that you can now start building your own story. That is the assignment we are going to be moving forward. So if you look at this chart, you'll be wondering, if you don't understand chart movement and price action, you will never understand what price action is telling you. But every time, like I said, the chart is telling you a story. So all we want to do now is to detect the story and follow along. Okay, so basically, looking at this chart, price came to this point. Give me 1 minute. Price came to this point in 1992. If you can see my screen, in 1992. Again, it came to almost that point in 1995, 3 years later. What did he do? He went all the way down. So, but if you are a trader that understand that this market is telling you a story, you would have taken a sell around there, okay? And you would have rolled that sell all the way down. So your ability to now understand that story is what we are doing tonight. And probably in the next class, I'm going to be taking my time. I'm not going to be rushing. After price action, we are going to the next topic is market structure, which is also very important, but I'm not in a hurry. We are going to spend a lot of time with building a story using price action, because if you don't understand this foundational topic, you will never understand market structure. So please, I need you to follow me. So having said that, let me take this out. I'm trying to. So now you see that this market, this price action is building a story. In 1992, we built that story. In 1995, same thing. Also, if I join this place together, you notice that also we saw that same event in the year 2014. The same thing that happened in 1992 came and happened again in 2014. So this is how we build market story, how we build, this is price action, okay? Also, you will notice the same scenario in February 2008. We had a story that was built here, okay? It went all the way up and came down a little bit, went up all the way up in July again, in July 2008, May 2008, after February, came down and went up again in August and came all the way down, as you can see. So how do you build this story? So let's move forward. I hope this class will not be too long. So how do you now build this story? So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, and that's the assignment I'll be giving you. Unlock. I think I have. Okay. So, and that's the assignment, I'll be giving you going forward. So before I go on, I quickly want to show you something. Some people used to think when I say I trade actively Forex, some people used to think I'm lying. If you understand Forex, there's an account I credited this in January with $9,000, and so far we drew over $7,000. I quickly want to show you so that you will see that what we are teaching we are not just teaching. Before we continue, where is my, oh no, show windows. I quickly want to share. So this account, if you can see my account history, if you look at the top, you see that is a live account. So if you like to see, they are Downty Thomases. See that I deposited it 9,900 at the beginning of the year. So far, I've reduced $7,213 on this Forex account. All right. So we're going to move on. So I'm showing you that to let you know that what I'm showing you is it works. Okay, that's for the Doubting Thomases. All right, so let's move on. So in building the story, what do we need to do? The first thing is you want to identify major support and resistance, and this major support and resistance, you want to understand them, you want to identify them on a higher time frame, and then you scale down. Please, if I'm communicating, let me know. If you have been following me, if I'm communicating, I think I've been talking for about a couple of minutes now. I need response in the please drop me a message. All right, give me a minute before we continue. So on Euro USD, on Euro USD, now we want to build a story. The first thing is you want to build a story on the chart. So on the monthly time frame, in doing that, we want to identify this major support and resistance. Okay. Now in 2022, I think 2022 is the major support for Euro USD, which happened in August 2022. Right, support and resistance. I don't know if you don't understand it, please go and look at babypeace.com. I'm not going to be explaining what support and resistance is. Just go and look, or just Google it after this class, and then you just read up on it. So, and the major support and resistance. Okay. So we'll be looking at the immediate. There's one here. So what I'm going to do, let me reduce so that we can see. Okay, what I'm going to be doing, let me start from here. So the first thing is this. This is support. Okay. So that's one. So don't forget, what we are trying to do is we are trying to build a story. See, this market is a very random market. I remember this guy that wrote the first guy that wrote a book about candlesticks. I'm trying to, they used to call him the king of candlesticks. I've forgotten his name. He's an American. He actually went to Japan in the 80s to go and study what candlesticks is. And he used to say that no matter what you have been doing in your life, if you want to learn how to trade, if you are not used to randomness, you will never make money, right? So market is very random, and that's why an average person will say, what is always happening? Why is this market always going up, coming down, going up, coming down, going? They say, somebody will say, I can never cope with this with trading, so they will give up. They say, I don't understand all these things that price is just doing, like just going up and down, going up and down. It's because they don't understand market story. So which is what we're trying to do tonight. So number one, you want to come to the monthly time frame. You want to pick your major support. This is number one support. I'm going to be cloning this. I'm going to be clone this. So that's our first support. Then you look at our second support. Then this is another support. I think it's another support. So what you want to do is you are building a story. This is what is known as what is known as also top-down analysis. So you are building a story. That's what you are doing. So that's the first thing. And the second one, another support is here. This is another support. This is another support. And then this is, let me clone this. So I want you to pay attention to how I'm doing this. So we are starting from the monthly time frame. So people start from the weekly time frame, it doesn't matter either monthly or the weekly time frame, you can start from there. So what you are trying to do is you are trying to build a story. Trust me, if you understand trading, you can live anywhere in the world. I've been living in the United States now for the past, I think this is my 6th year. I used to come on visit and go before. But we've been staying here. I've been staying here now for the past 6 years. And I've never written an application to work anywhere. This is what I live on. Trading is what I've been living on, and I've been paying my bills. Like I used to say, like I said on Sunday, if you take away everything from me, just give me a laptop and internet, put me in the desert, I'll survive. All right. So what I'm trying to do to help the community is to help you to build a skill set. And I've said this over and over. And the easiest way you want to do that is to understand the foundation of trading, which is what we are trying to build tonight. Okay, so I need you to pay attention. And any assignment I ask you to do, I need you to ensure you follow through. And I'll be one. If I notice you don't follow through on an assignment, I'll be kicking some people out, and I'll not tell you how I'm going to be doing. I'll find a way around it. All right. So moving forward. So what we are trying to do, like I said, is trying to build a story. Okay. Somebody said I should use a different color. I don't know what you mean by different color. It's the same thing. Support. When support is broken, it becomes resistance. When resistance is broken, it becomes support. It's the same thing. It just for the use of terminology. That's why we used to say support and resistance. Okay. So if you look at this story on the monthly time frame, you'll see that what we have is a downtrend. Okay. But if you don't understand building a story, you will never understand that Euro USD since what year is this? Since 2008 has always been trending downwards. And what that means is that the dollar in the long run, when it comes to Euro USD, has always been stronger. That the dollar is stronger than the euro, in the true sense of it. Okay, in terms of value, the Euro USD may look more valuable on the face of it as a trader, as a online trader, forex trader, crypto trader, whatever you are. If you understand building a story, you will understand that dollar, on the technical analysis part is stronger than the Euro USD. And what you always have is that we only always have retracement. Price retreats to this point and come down, retreats to this point, come down, retreats to this point. It's always retracing, as you can see on this monthly time frame. Now, in placing our trades now, since the first thing you want to do, you have already built this story. Like I said, please, I'm going to be taking the questions after the class, round up this first class. So you have already built this story, which tells you that you already identified the major support and resistance on the higher time frame, which is the monthly time frame. Now, what we are going to do is we are not going to scale down to the lower time frame, because most times you can't actually place a trade on this higher time frame, except you are trading big volume, except probably you are trading, say, $200,000 account, or 500,000, or 1 million, or $100 million account. Hedge fund managers actually place trades on this higher time frame. On this higher time frame, don't forget that each candlestick is actually 1 month. This is a monthly time frame. So what we are going to do is to now go to the lower time frame to scale down. So we go to weekly. We start with weekly again. Don't forget, what we are trying to do is we are trying to build a story, so that when we are trading, so that when the market is random, when the market is doing all this randomness, it doesn't affect us. So that you place a trade and you go to bed, because you know where it's going, right? Having said that, this on the weekly time frame, each candlestick, it took 1 week for each candlestick to be formed. Okay. For price to form one candlestick, it takes that candlestick 1 week. And if you notice, because of the story we have built and we have identified major support and resistance, you will notice that price actually bounces around these zones. Look at what happened. After price broke this zone, it kept coming down. When it came here, it bounced back, and then it came down, and then it bounced up again. Came down, right? So why others are wondering what is happening on the lower time frame, on the 1 hour time frame, for example, or the 30 minutes time frame? You have properly built your story on the higher time frame. You already know what is happening. So when you place a trade, you already know what is happening. I remember there's a signal I posted on the group like a month ago. Maybe let me quickly go there on Euro. We'll come back to what I've been trying to explain on Euro pounds. I remember somebody, I think I mentioned this on Sunday. I remember somebody sent me a message, and the guy was saying that that signal I posted that is wrong. That Euro pounds is going to sell. I posted that signal around there. I think around there. And if you notice, even after price came down, price has not, price even till now, a month after I posted that signal, price has not violated the support. And you notice that I already identified the support on the daily time frame, right? I already identified. And this week, I've entered a lot of buy on this pounds USD. And you notice that it has started going back up. Price has started moving to the upside. All right. How did I spot this? That's what I'm trying to explain. It's my ability to already understand how to build a story around price action. So let's go back to what I've been explaining. So now, if you now notice that on the weekly time frame, price is bouncing around there. Price, is bouncing around this story that we have built, around this channel or this zone, this major zone. Okay. So let's scale down. So let's scale down to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, you will also notice that story that we have built is what we are still seeing here. It is the same thing, but it helps you to identify those, like I said, those major support and resistance. Let's go to the monthly time frame again. I want to do something quickly so that you see that what I'm explaining is not Arabic. I want to. So I'm going to be identifying this support and resistance. For example, I'm going to be using this tool to identify it. They will be looking for them on the lower time frame. Okay. All right, let's go to the weekly time frame. You know that you see the same thing, right? The same thing that we identified there, we see the same thing. If you go to daily time frame, you still see the same thing. It's the same thing. I know that price came in and bounce off. Okay, let me take this off, and then we'll continue from stop. Please give me 1 minute, though. I don't know. This thing can be stubborn sometimes. All right. So now in building the story, that don't forget the story I'm building. As a trader, you are an artist. You are somebody that paints. So you are painting on a canvas and you're trying to build a story around price action, so that all the randomness, market goes up, come down, the market is fresh, look at what Bitcoin did. I'll still come back to the story that we're trying to build, though. I also want to show you what Bitcoin did. Now look at what Bitcoin did yesterday. From 69,000, it came down, but I already identified on the other time frame. But now it's going back up a little bit, right? Okay, so let's go back to USD. So this is where we are right now. So in building this story, we already know that, okay, price is doing the zigzag, like a wave. Like they used to say, price is wave. It's coming down. Price always come down, go, like that. So now on the daily time frame now, yesterday this is today is Wednesday, right? Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. On the daily time frame, each candlestick is Monday, right? So each candlestick is formed in a day. This is Monday, this is Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday. We already built a support around there. So a trader that understands what building a story is on the daily time frame, on Friday, this candle was from on Friday. He already spotted the support. So on Monday, what he's looking for is looking for buying opportunity. Now let's go to, I want us to go to the lower time frame, and I'll show you on 1 hour how this building a story will now help you to take a trade and go to bed. Okay. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame now. We have already properly built our story on the higher time frame. Don't forget, we came from the monthly time frame to the weekly time frame to the daily time frame. Now, where we are going now is the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, that is where we now want to place our trade. Okay, so on this 1 hour time frame, a smart trader already identified. If you notice, I think last week I already put this. I've already identified my support. So this week, all I've been doing, if I show you my account history on EUSD this week, all I've been doing is just placing buy. Now look at what happened. Look at what happened. Which day was this? Okay, this was on Friday. I think this market. Okay, yes, this was on Thursday. See what this see what market did. Market came down, went up from here, came down, went up again. On Monday, it came all the way down. So now this is where people now get confused. Somebody that have not built enough story from the higher time frame would have jumped on a sell after this big candlestick. After this one candlestick, I'm going to cut off this space. I want to check. After this one candlestick, somebody that does not understand what is happening on a 1 hour time frame would have placed a sell, thinking that price will come down. That is, the person will not have identified the support, so would have placed a sell. And then see what price did. Price came down and then bounced off. And then it's been going off ever since I think this was on Monday. No, this is today. And no, this is Wednesday, Tuesday. Okay, this is on Monday. This is Tuesday. Since yesterday, it's been pushing forward. I'm still holding my buy on EUSD. I entered yesterday, I think around there. I took a buy around there. So let me cut back price so that you understand what I'm saying. I'm going to remove this drawing that I used to identify this support. And I'm going to try and, where is this thing that they used to, give me 1 minute. I'm looking for this too. This is it. Okay, I'm going to cut up price from here. So look at the importance of building a story so that you see what I'm saying. I want to do it very well. I didn't do it properly. Okay, let me. So let's see the importance of building a story. So what you will find out is that price kept bouncing off from here, right? Price kept what? Bouncing up from here. But somebody that don't understand the importance of building a story would have been taking a sell, right? Somebody that doesn't understand the importance of building a story would actually been taking a sell, especially after these long candlesticks. This particular candlestick, this one, especially after these long candlesticks, it would have placed a sell. Now let's go to the higher time frame and see this support that I identify here. Let's go and look for it on the higher time frame. All right, let's go to the daily time frame and go and check it. See that support here? You see that support? Guys, can you see my screen? So did you see that support? The same support. Oh, I've removed it. The same support that we have on the 1 hour time frame, where price bounced off. And then if you notice that on the daily time frame, this is more stable. Price is more stable here than on the 1 hour time frame. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So, and that's why it's very important to learn to build a story on the higher time frame. So that on the lower time frame, when others don't understand what is happening in the market, they don't understand what price wants to do. They are just jumping in randomly. They say, it's coming down, it's coming down. They place a sell. It goes well. Do you understand? A lot of people will say it's coming down, it's coming down. They will place a sell because they have not properly built a foundation that is telling the story of price. All right. And that's why you can see that price, somebody will say, that entrapped me. Say price has trapped me. And that's why market will trap the market always trap a lot of newbies. When they enter the trade, they'll say, I'm trapped. You'll be seeing minus 100 pips, minus 200 pips, because they didn't properly build the story around that market. And then, like I said, you will notice that you have more randomness on the lower time frame on this 1 hour. You see, compared to the higher time frame, there's a lot of zigzag. It's too much. Now, if I go to the 30 minutes time frame, let's go and check the 30 minutes time frame. You notice that one is even too much. Did you see there's too many randomness? Too many. So this will confuse you. Too many randomness. That's why most of my weekly analysis that I placed on the group, that I put on YouTube, and I place the link on the group, you notice that I always stay with the daily time frame, the weekly time frame, and the 4-hour time frame. Right? I'm not saying that those that trade on the lower time frame, that have mastered the lower time frame, don't make money. It depends on how you have mastered, this time frame. But the truth is, if you stay with the higher time frame and you learn to build a story around price, what price is doing, you will be getting a better result. Your trading will be consistent. Within January and now, on a $9,000 account, I've withdrawn over $7,000 account. I've withdrawn over 7,000. I don't want to even talk about some other accounts that I'm trading for some guys here in the United States. All right. So let's go back to the higher time frame. So if you check any other pair, I don't want this. So we'll be rounding up very soon and I'll be taking questions. So if you check any other pair, apart from Euro USD, you see that it's the same thing. It's the same thing. That is why I said, if you understand these foundational truths about trading, you can trade any market. You can actually trade. It's the same thing. It's always the same thing. Look at what price did there. Price broke into the zone since November last year. Came down, and you notice that since that November last year, what we have been having is higher low, which is a bullish scenario. So if you have properly built your story, I'm still going to be coming to market structure. When you understand market structure, then you now understand how to follow this story properly. But even with what I've taught tonight alone, if you now be taking assignment and be practicing with building a story, you can trade comfortable and start making money. Even with this little knowledge that I've shared with you this night, then later when we start talking about market structure, it now start begin to make sense. Then after market structure, then we'll now look at liquidity, market liquidity, price liquidity. All right. But still talking about building a story, you will notice that since November last year, price has been doing one thing. It has been buying. Just one thing, it has been buying. It has been buying. And this is what they always say in trading: follow the trend. This is actually following the trend. Following the trend. And you will notice that this price always trade within these zones. This zone that we draw manually on the monthly time frame. There are some software that they use. I think I used to have this software that can help you to draw these zones, but I just like to do my own thing manually. I used to use it before, but I stopped using it. So basically, you want to build this story. So the assignment I'm going to be giving you guys is please make sure you practice them. Like I said, if you don't study, trading is about studying. No, if you don't study, you will never know how to trade. There are some things that you begin to see that I did not even mention this night, but as you begin to look at the chart, as you begin to study, you begin to understand them. And I'm going to say something. The truth is, the more screen time, the more, and that's why you see pilots. A pilot, if you took a plane and you're sitting down, and the pilot wants to introduce himself, the pilot will say, "I'm so. My name is Captain so and so. I've been flying. They will say I have 1,000 hours flying time." Who has heard the pilot say that thing before? You can just drop a message in the chat box. I want us to make this interaction. Ordered a plane before, and you pay attention, you would have heard the pilot say, I've had 1,000 hours flying times. I've had 10,000 hours. And that determines how experienced that pilot is. Same thing with trading. The amount of screen time you are. That's why I said, if you are lazy, you cannot be successful with trading. No, trading is not a piece of cake. But if you are committed and you pay attention and you are practicing, It's about practice. It's like a pilot. The higher hours, the number of hours the pilot has spent in flying, the more experience he is. And that's why the same thing with trading. How many hours of screen time do you want to dedicate per day to the screen? Sometimes I just sit inside in front of the screen. I'm not placing a trade. I'm just watching. I'm just watching what price is doing. See, if you say every day, no matter how busy you are, even if you are working, if you say every day, I'll be taking 1 hour to just watch. Don't place a trade, just watch. Immediately you've identified your support and resistance on a higher time frame. After you have built your story, you sit in front of the screen and you watch. You say, I want to see what price is doing. You see, after a while, why other traders are panicking? They place a sell. Meanwhile, the trend is up because they don't know how to build a story, and they have not watched the market enough. They will be entering the market and jumping out. While you place a trade and you go to bed. Sometimes I can even place a trade. I will not even check it 2 days, sometimes 3 days, because I'm busy doing some other things. This is where you want to be. So now your assignment is this. I want you to look at different pairs. Euro USD. I'm going to mention some pairs. Euro USD, Pounds USD, Bitcoin, gold, and build a story around them. You're going to build a story from the monthly time frame to the weekly time frame, the way I did with this pattern. Then you drop me screenshots on the Telegram group. Please, these screenshots only goes to the Telegram group. If you have not joined the Telegram group, I'm going to be dropping the link again in the WhatsApp. So you click it and join. You are not going to be dropping it in the WhatsApp group. I'll be keeping the Telegram group open. Okay. You go there, take your screenshot for different pairs and drop, and then I'll be looking at it. So next we're having a class, I'll be looking at all your charts. Okay. Especially if you're a new trader, this is what you want to do. If you're just starting, this is what you want to understand. All right. So I don't know. I'll just take some few questions. Somebody have any questions? Okay, somebody said somebody said I edit in the movie. So okay, if somebody say okay, you didn't play. I'm gonna be taking questions. In the recording now and taking questions. I'm gonna be stopping the recording. I'll be taking